This episode of TV Nerds is brought to you by Cool Comics and Games. You'll get all your games and comics there. I promise you, you will not regret it. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, I swear to God, I would demolish you. Not really, but please get your games and comics there. It'll be great. If you don't go there, I swear to God, I will find you.
Keep coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Hello, internet world.
I tried.
Yeah.
And guys, today's show is brought to you by the word entanglement.
Coming to a theater near you this August.
Like four
The
different
Smiths are gonna hate
references
us for that
going.
one.
I don't even care, bro. Entanglement is a badass word.
It really
I
is.
googled it.
Entanglement.
I did.
I'm
You had
surprised
to.
it was actually a word.
Yeah.
Especially the way he's like an entanglement.
It
just
means
sounded-
to be like in a relationship, a complicated relationship.
It
sounds like
seriously.
Yeah,
Multi-movie.
that's what I was like. Damn, Jada dropped it real.
She dropped the
SAT
real word. Like I literally thought she just made up some shit.
So
like,
did I.
really? Duh.
It's not.
It sounds like a
Entang-
multi-movie action cop series, like Taken or Transport.
Entanglement.
Entanglement.
That does sound.
It do.
Entanglements 3, Return of the Tangle.
That's Will
Coming to
Smith's
a
new
theater
movie
near you.
right there, Entanglement.
On some hard shit, Will Smith should then make a movie called Entanglement. Make
Right.
millions on it.
Right. Make Will Smith the protagonist, make the antagonist like Samuel Jackson or Mel
Entanglement.
Gibson or someone like that.
That would be hard. That would be a
Or some
hard.
European dude, just like, oh, so you're here to entangle
That Russian,
me. Like,
that
whatever,
Russian guy from
you know.
Bad Boys
I
2.
heard. Imagine what's
don't
his
talk
face?
about
it?
The
Yeah,
from Taken.
Yeah.
Which guy?
The actor
like-
from.
From Taken.
Liam
It's
Neeson.
like- yeah, Liam
Yes.
Neeson, yeah.
Imagine William Neeson like, I heard you're in an entanglement.
I have a certain set of skills. Exactly.
Him? I'm thinking more the doctor, the eye doctor from Minority Report, that Russian guy. Because it's an entanglement, like that Russian voice.
Yo, I like
You
it with the
know what I'm
Russian
saying?
voice. It gotta be a
That Russian
No,
voice is
it's-
scary.
It is an
Everything's always
entanglement.
more threatening in the
In
Eastern
Russian,
European
yeah.
accent. In
Some
the
Eastern-
90s, we need to talk about that. How that low key that was real racist. Like every single movie villain was a Russian guy. If you think back,
Die
That's
Hard,
true.
Die Hard with a
Yeah,
Vengeance.
But then again,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the 80s, all the villains were Vietnamese though.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was
Especially-
they were Asian or
They're
Russian.
Yeah.
They were Asian or they were Vietnamese,
You always
especially
have,
in
like-
the Rambo series.
oh sad.
Think about it, yeah. Everybody, it'd be random as fuck. They're in the middle of whatever country, and out of nowhere, some random Asian dude just comes out and just happens to know kung fu, happens to know how to deal with a sword.
Right, exactly.
Just they all just happen to know, and
Right.
that was every '80s movie.
Right.
It was
Honestly.
the evil Asian guy.
And then some damsel in distress gets saved by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Honestly.
Right, they know how to do every single
Don't just sleep on
martial
Arnold
arts move
Schwarzenegger.
ever
And then the
invented.
He's a good
Armenian.
actor. He's a
That's
good
what I'm
action
saying.
actor. But I'm just saying.
But they
use
every
little
white guy
movie
at the
back
end.
then.
Commando,
It was some
fire.
It was some big muscular white dude coming to save somebody.
And there's one-liners once you blow off some steam. And he blew him in, he pushed him into the steam pipe. One-liners, son. All day he had
Hasta la
them.
vista, baby.
He was-
Real quick though, because you're wondering who this strange man is sitting in Kaneki's spot. So we do have a guest today. Introduce yourself, guest.
Yeah, what's up? My name is Von Noir. You can find me on Instagram, Von Noir. And I mainly do music events. I'm a political organizer. I organize fundraisers, things that bring light to local arts or help bail out protesters, or food drives. We just had one last week. We're going to have another one on the 15th of August. So if you missed the first one, it'll be downtown at Kava Culture. You'll see it on social
Nice.
media.
I saw the pictures. Y'all had a
Yeah.
good turnout.
Yeah,
Very
I-
good turnout.
I was
Yeah.
expecting it
Yeah.
to be dead as hell, but like, cause I
was-
did it on super short notice and I didn't have any promo, cause you're trying to save money, you're trying to gather money, you don't want to spend money on.
I mean, nowadays
Promo.
you could
But
reach
it was a
more
good
people
turnout.
through social media.
Yeah,
So
and that's proven to be more true, more and more as I do more events out here and people get my name out, cause I've been doing it for a while, just haven't been social with it.
yeah.
But I appreciate y'all having me on,
No, for sure, bro.
How
I mean,
long
yeah,
have you
man.
been doing this for?
Well, in the background, like I don't know, I guess for like years, like I've been at protests, I've been at Occupy, etc. But like doing music events, DJing and whatnot, I'd say about like 4 or 5 years. I've DJed over at a few spots. Some I can't name because I got beef with the owners. But Fort Myers, I hear Mike's
It be
cool.
like that
Somewhere,
sometimes, man.
somewhere in Fort Myers.
Somewhere in Cape Coral downtown.
And in Cape
area,
Coral, there you
on the
go.
Strip. You know who you are. But yeah, I've been at Nice Guys. I've been at Howl Tattoo. I've been
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I love that. I love that place. I love
Yeah.
Howl.
Yeah.
I also love whatchamacallit. Yeah, actually, yeah. I love. Yeah, they do a lot of.
House cool. Yeah, they're open to everything. They're into some like other things over there, but
They're very alternative. I
Right,
love.
right.
I love their vibe though. They always do a lot of. They do like music events. They do a lot of.
all genres of music.
Yes, and they also do performances
Right.
like
and it's a tattoo parlor. And,
my
and
my
it's a
girl
bar.
Freckles is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I
Shout out to
with Howl
Freckles.
Tattoo.
Shout out to Freckles.
Yeah, and also at different kava locations out here or at the beach or mainly downtown Fort Myers. That's where I stay. That's the area I'm trying to focus on.
I love the Kava land.
Yeah.
I love the Kava. It's their vibe is also really good. They're very accepting. It's very
Right.
open. No matter
Right.
where you come from, everybody's so friendly. So it's always good. No matter what location you go to. Yeah.
Yeah, and those are just places I've DJ'd and had events over the past few years. But you're gonna be seeing more of me as I put myself out there.
Yeah.
Just get used to being like a more like a media. I want to be. I'll call myself an influencer, but that's a similar lane I have to learn from others who are like succeeding in that, and use that to elevate the things that I want to focus on and the causes that I care about while doing the music thing at the same time. So that's the difference between us and other media brands, other labels. Swamp Syndicate, we're doing music and we're helping, we're giving back at the same time.
Bet.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, let us know when you have like something come out. We can earlier the better, because then we
Right.
can just
Yeah.
promote and market for
I
you.
will
as well.
definitely do that.
Share the
Most of
wealth.
the time, it's me having like spur of the moment ideas and shit. Like, oh shit, I should do this on Saturday. so if I do that, but like 4 weeks out, I'll let y'all know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You say you're also like an activist in a way too.
Right,
like,
right.
You know, a lot of your stuff is like, like I know one of your events, it was more of a fundraiser for the Black Lives Matter movement and
Right.
everything.
Right. Protest the bailout fund.
Yeah. What made you kind of like want to focus on activism and stuff like that?
Okay.
you know?
Yeah, and that, well, there's no easy answer to that. I've always was like, well, politically, I'm further to the left, and like, I vote Democrat. My family votes Democrat, but I'm further to the left of them. So the only outlet I have is just doing community work, being in the community, people seeing me, helping you. You need help with your rent? Let me help you. Food.
Having boots on the ground.
Right,
basically.
right. Doing mutual aid in your community so people can see me, because I have no outlet politically, so I can vote for. Like, so, I mean, but I'm not gonna get into that. But like, how what I try to do, like with the aid and all that, show people like even though like your government's failing you in certain ways, we can come together and we can pull our resources together.
Yeah.
Because collectively we outnumber those who are oppressing us, the 1%, and who not. Like
Most definitely.
Right, we got numbers. So I just these events, all this stuff. I'm just trying to demonstrate like how many of us are out here that are similar, that believe in the same thing.
I have a
Most
question for
definitely.
you,
Yeah, yeah.
actually. So I was talking to a couple people that, when they see a problem with
Right.
the world, they kind of like, a lot of people tend to say, well, that's not happening to me, so I really don't want to focus on that.
All right.
What do you have to say to those people, since you're actually doing some real work, some real activist work out there? You're actually putting a lot of effort and time into your projects. So what do you have to say to those people who feel like this isn't affecting me?
Right. No.
I shouldn't really care.
No, and that's a common issue that a lot of people get when they try to talk to just anybody about any issue that they care about, whether that's the environment, whether you care about decriminalizing cannabis, anything like that. People are like, I don't smoke weed, I don't care, or I don't care about the environment, I stay in AC all day, like you have to let them know the effects that it has on the things. It does affect them in certain ways. It does affect them. Inequality and structural racism affect white people too, because it's why the cops can beat your ass too, because they beat mine. So it's a trickle down effect. Like you let one serious problem occur in a system, it'll trickle all the way down. So that's why you should care. And again, the environment. Say I don't care about the environment. It's going to affect the price of food. It's going to affect the price of housing. It's going to affect the price of water. It's going to affect you somehow. If you think about it for like, if you talk to that person for a few more minutes, you'll see what they actually care about, and then the issue that the issue that was the focus will seem more relatable to them. So that's not an easy answer. That's just for like, that's a more one-on-one situation.
Yeah.
You try to get the people to come more on your side. But I'll admit when it comes to like people who are like shitting on the movement or like just doing stuff that I don't agree with, I don't have like I don't hold back. I'm like, hey man, shut the fuck up, or like let the protesters like don't try to suppress the protesters like anger or their message, or don't try to co-opt it. Don't try to wash it. Don't try to do any of that stuff to it. Just like let them live. To have a space. Everything else I can negotiate on. I can have a little discourse about, but not that. I don't play about that shit.
I had a moment like that on
That's
Facebook
good.
recently. Like a high school friend posted that like All Lives Matter, and I get what he was meaning because I went to high school with him, so he wasn't like.
He wasn't racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was just like he actually genuinely means like all lives matter, and that nobody should mean more than the other. And I was
Yeah.
like, I get what you're saying, bro. But the issue of why there's Black Lives Matter is that like we're seen as less. It's not that we're seen as more or mean more. It's that like Black lives are seen to be equal, but viewed as like less.
Yeah.
And that's why we the name Black Lives Matter is so prominent now. It's because like it's
You're
a
just
vision
saying
of
you
how
matter too. You're not
Right.
saying that you matter more. You're
More,
just
yeah.
saying
It's
we
like-
matter too.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
think with
just
people
like-
like that, you just gotta like really just let them understand what you mean. You
Yeah,
know?
and I
'Cause
didn't
a lot
even-
of them are just I don't like using this word too much, but they're just ignorant to what it means.
Right.
They're ignorant.
Or
And I
you-
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't want to come at him as like an angry, correcting it. It was just like, oh, I
had-
get what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you
I had
mean
a
it by
similar
this.
situation too, where what happens is a lot of people speak about immigration but don't know the process. A lot of people, many people don't know. I am an immigrant. I've gone through the whole process. I know how it is. Still not a citizen yet. I will be next year, but so far I just have a green card. I'm legal and everything, but it took me a while. It takes a long time. People don't understand how it works, how, the political part of it, yet people want to speak on it. So it's, I don't get mad. I just educate them. And then, when you educate somebody, they are more likely to listen to you than to, if you like argue and scream and, oh, fuck this, fuck that, you're not getting your point across. You want to talk to you said, like you said, you educated him, you talked to him about your points, and you have a good debate. Nowadays everybody gets offended by.
Well, to be honest, he didn't even fire back. He someone else
Yeah.
chimed in and confirming what I was saying, and then he just loved both statements because
That's
we
good.
really did and I liked his post too. That's the other thing. I didn't want to be like some petty person. I was just like, bro, I like what you're saying. I get it. This is what it really comes down to. Is like why Kaepernick takes a knee. Like all that comes down to we should just be seen a little bit equal. It just be seen as equal. Not that we don't mean equal. Like it's still because you still get murder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You still, no matter who you kill, no matter whatever the race is, you still get murder charge. So the value of the life still is there. It's just like how we view it is the problem.
Right.
And then speaking on your immigrant thing, did you hear that the since schools are reopening and and college schools are going back to online courses, they're forcing immigrant kids to go back to their homeland. Like there's no more, like they're just erasing the whole student visa.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's.
I actually did
Yeah.
find out about
Yeah.
that because my old college, which, but because I just learned some stuff about it today, where it's just
Same.
really
That's why I had to go.
But,
I
like,
looked into it.
But yeah, it's especially sucks for because they have student athletes that are from different countries and stuff, and they might have to be sent
Go back
just
home.
because
Yeah.
of that. And it's
A lot
just-
of foreign exchange students, a lot of students that came from abroad because they closed down their room and board. They're not doing any more dormitories. They were like, what the fuck do? We just came from Germany. I spent my last, dollars here. Like I work here. This is what do I do if I don't, and you're right. And it's fucked up.
From what I heard, 17 states sued the administration. They just straight up were like, bro, no, because in Rhode Island's case, Rhode Island's not that big, so you send all those foreign kids out. They were the one that brought money. When I went to school in Rhode Island, kids were like straight up leasing Maseratis and paying full tuitions. And I'm just like, bro, I gotta get grants. I gotta work.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
paying for it. You just sending. So a lot of the states are suing because you're just taking money out of the state itself. And he's not giving any reasoning why. And it said it's supposed to be done by the fall.
And back to what you were saying about making it understandable for other people's level, the
Right.
people who care a lot about the economy, you know, a lot of immigrants, they attribute a lot to
Yeah.
our economy just as much as we do. So
Exactly.
you
In some
take them
ways
all
more.
out, you know, you worry about the economy going bad. Immigrants
Yeah.
are a part of what makes our economy the way it is too. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like the DACA, the dream, you know, the
Yeah.
dreamers. Like it's just crazy to me that they are here for 5 years. They study, you know, we're studying in everybody's schools. We're taking in this knowledge, and you know, I feel like we should change it so that if you're here for 5 years, you're at least given the chance to apply. At least not because basically after 5 years of studying here, they send you right back, and then you have to go through, and then it's hard. And like
have to
if
go
you're already
through a
living
whole
here for
nother
5
process again
years,
just to come back.
you're basically in like some of these people are going to medical school trying to become doctors. They have apartments. They pay their taxes. They do everything. Why aren't they allowed to at least be given like as long as they apply by the 5th year to be given a year to see if they are qualified to apply? At least, you know. But it sucks.
It depends on the grant. I find out it depends on the grant because a lot of the ones that do like what's the ones that go back to school to become a teacher and you can get free schooling for that, like they can stay because like they've pretty much given up and went 100% citizenship. And same thing with the U.S. government jobs.
Yeah.
Anyone who does like some U.S. government job or the military after school, they get to stay. But like like you said, everyone else, it's like
Right.
go right back.
And it's
And it
there's no
sucks
help.
because it's like they went to our schools. Like, don't you want those people that spent 4 or 5 years in, you know,
to attribute
studying
to our economy
to
again by
attribute
working
exactly
and spending money.
and not no regular job? They went to school here, so that means that they're you know they're their attributes. Like they're not just, oh well, I can work at no offense to people that work at 7-Eleven. You guys, you know. You guys that work at, 9 to 5, you guys are doing good. You know, you're helping the economy too. But I'm just saying, these people actually have a degree now, and that means they could really make us some money. So why are we,
It's,
why are we not giving them a
happened-
chance to
That actually
stay?
happened to a former classmate of mine. Like he, like we both were like in a journalism program at my school, and we both graduated. He was working at the same job I was at, but he, because of his whole citizenship thing, he ended up having to go back to Brazil, and now he has to go through the whole process of coming back. He has to I guess try to get into grad school or something just so he could come back.
or a work visa. Those are
yeah.
the 2 options.
It's just another way that, because like one of the things like that I try to always push forward is fighting back against your oppressor. In this instance, it's the U.S. government. It has a huge exploited class of people, undocumented migrants
Yeah.
that do all kinds of labor, from like low unskilled labor. There's no such thing as unskilled labor, but that's where they want to use people that pick crops that you need to eat or you'll starve, or like the people that have like advanced technical degrees that are creating these apps that we use. They only want to focus on these 2 types of workers. So to do so, they keep them in like perilous situations, like where your migrant status is like, I don't know, ask me next week, I don't know what it is, like so they can focus on just those workers for the food, and the workers for IT and everybody else in the middle. Leave them in these like situations where they don't know what's going to happen next. They want your money at the colleges. They'll take your money, but they don't want to give you health insurance. They want to give you driver's license in some states. They don't want to give you
Health coverage.
public school.
Public
Like you
school,
pay,
yeah.
you pay income tax.
And they do. That's the
yeah.
thing. A lot of these immigrants, including myself, we all pay taxes.
Right,
We
you pay
we are
state
all,
taxes.
people just don't get that. They think we don't, and that's another
Right.
thing too. Is
Honestly, if you work in America, you
Yeah.
pay taxes.
Right, but I mean, like the worst part for me is that like if like the 1% or the U.S. government actually wanted to go out and do some census like surveys and shit, I find me personally, immigrants are more patriotic than white people. 100%.
Yeah.
They
I
actually
I
believe
look-
Yeah.
capitalism,
Yeah.
that storybook.
Oh,
Capitalism,
yeah.
they
Yeah,
believe
like-
that. Those white people be like,
I'm from
even I don't
Cuba.
do
Some of
that
these
much.
Cubans, like,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
they came
Yeah,
from
yeah.
such a like shithole back in the days,
There's
like
opportunities
they're
here.
Yeah.
yeah,
And-
and they take advantage of them. There's so many Cuban doctors,
That's what I'm saying,
dentists.
though.
Like they said, I can make whatever I want here. Like shit,
And I don't have to share it or I
Yeah.
lose it or something. Like
Yeah.
my family too from Guyana. So it's like when like most of the immigrants come from nothing and have the opportunities they have here, they have more patriotism, but yet you don't support them. You know what I mean? Like that's what I don't get.
Yeah.
It's like
In fact, it's funny. I know a couple people from Guyana, and a lot of immigrants from India actually moved to Guyana too. So there's a big Indian population in Guyana. It's really cool. It's a very mixed culture.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
why. I can't. I want to go back. I'll be honest to you, it's
Bro,
a fun time.
Hook it up, bro. Let me get a plane
Yo,
ticket or
it's
something.
lit. It's live out there. Georgetown is
Go
live.
on Airbnb or some shit.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah,
to
man.
Carnival.
But like, since you mentioned something about like, you know, how some immigrants, you know, they make apps. You know, speaking of apps, you know, one of the things I want to touch on today on the show is just that the fact that the U.S. is considering banning TikTok.
Oh
Rightly
yeah.
so.
Yeah, because
Rightly so. Bro, the racist
And I just
ass
started a
app,
habit.
It's
bro.
fun and all. It's great, but I just
low
got
key it is.
It's
some-
low key
yeah.
it is, honestly.
I don't. That's why I'm not on it because
Yeah.
they've
Wait.
kicked a couple of my videos off for some bullshit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't know
they're
racist
weird.
towards.
of
Yeah,
it's
they're
because-
racist towards black.
Most of it is because of
Oh,
when the
hell
whole
no.
like
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter thing happened. Like,
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
just
people
want
were,
you guys to know TikTok is owned by
hashtagging-
China.
I know.
Yeah.
But
And
most-
China's
most apps-
racist
That's one of
towards
the reasons
black
why
too.
they're trying to ban it too, because
But
it's owned by China.
Most things you use and most apps you use have like
Yeah,
that
that's
same
true, too.
situation. Keep that in mind.
But China's been hella racist as of late because
Speak
of
in
the
the
whole
mic,
COVID.
Christina. Speak in the mic. You gotta get in the mic.
I forget.
Amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah, come find me outside.
I'll say this about TikTok though. The reason you shouldn't hate them is not because of the China stuff. The reason if you do want to hate them is like they do suppress like certain people making videos.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Like if you don't look photogenic, like if you're fat
No,
as fuck.
because I love the country. I love
Honestly,
China.
They do.
He
They do.
100. He
If-
A
100.
lot
I
of-
have
if your
friends
body
that are
type
from
is over
China.
30,
They're
your
awesome.
body is gone,
and
bro.
Like a lot
Like-
of people been trying to do body positivity, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikToks and stuff, and they've been suppressed too. So
yeah.
Mhm.
If you look a certain way, they don't take a
It
video
sucks
down.
because friends of mine that are immigrants from China, they're cool ass people, and like their culture is so amazing. Like I really want to visit it one day. But here's the thing: it's the it's
Their
really the government.
yeah.
It's
Their
the
government's
government.
wild.
It's all it's
that's
it's
why
the
China's
government.
having all them
And that's
them
sucks.
riots and
They
them
always
protests
tell me they're like,
Right.
before COVID.
Right, the riots and the protests are not just because of the situation, the cop involved situation. It's a building up of like the last however far back you want to go, 50 years, 400 years of rage. That's why it's like not dying down. That's why they can't be ignored. Their demands are relevant. You see their urgency. They have no jobs. They have nowhere else to go except to like be out here in the streets like causing mayhem and whatnot. So that's why this movement is different than all the other ones.
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I mean, last week we did me and Icy did a mini documentary series for a local Twitcher up in Orlando. She asked us to be on it because remember the whole 2
Yeah.
weeks ago nonsense why I wasn't on the show. I made a video, so she wanted my perspective because it was a Black Lives Matter. But she then did interviews on like cops, a black cop, and a former Australian racist. And so like she got their perspectives on top of me and Icy's.
oh wow.
So
Yeah.
how you feel about that? You don't like that?
Well, my question, because like I wasn't there to talk to the cop, 'cause,
Yeah.
like, but the question still comes to like the cops that do see the good or do try to
Yeah.
be good or try to step in, and when they don't, like I get why you don't, because if it's like a military, you can't go against your chain of command. You might get shot. Something might happen to you.
Yeah.
Court-martialed, just like the guy who said something and now he's lost his job and
Yeah.
they stripped his command. So like that's a fear that could happen. So I get why you don't, because you still got to take care of your kids and whatnot.
There's actually a true story. So this was in the East Coast of here in Florida. So there was a woman, right? She was like new to the East Coast, and she was a state trooper, like a police officer. I can't remember. So she's following this other, I don't know if it was a state trooper or police officer that was speeding. I'm talking about like 100 miles an hour down the highway. And she followed
pulls him.
him, and she pulls him over and actually tries to arrest him.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm talking about she got bullied by her own fucking coworkers to the point where she could not live, not just work, could not live, because they will do that to you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I have friends that are police officers, and
Same.
they're such great fucking people, but they hate it. They're like, it sucks.
But like
There
they're
is-
only nice when it's like to the people, because they get it on the streets. Like they get.
I'm talking about
they, get
they will
these people
bully
on
you.
the streets.
They will find you. Like if
Yeah.
you do something, if you go against the force, they will actually, like once they see your license
It's like
plate,
hazing.
it's like,
They're
oh
like-
yeah,
they're like a
they'll literally
fraternity.
haze you. They're like, oh, that
Yeah.
license plate, I know that. That's the dude that tried to take one of ours down, and they're gonna follow you and,
Yep.
and search you and harass you
Give it a shitty-
forever.
give-
So it.
Yo, Tupac said it
It's
first.
hard.
Biggest gang in the city is the cops.
But
was right.
they legit be like some fraternity type
'cause,
hazing
like,
their own
Because
people.
the man who filmed Eric Garner getting choked, he got harassed by the police, and then he ended up in prison. He just got out like last week or 2 weeks ago.
But he ain't even doing anything wrong. You're allowed to film the police.
But the
You
guy,
are.
the guy who
It's-
killed Eric
by law,
Gardner,
you are.
It's free. It's free.
legal.
You know?
It's free, yeah, right.
The guy who filmed it, he did like 5 years. For, so
Same thing with the Elijah kid, that Elijah kid who he was the one that I think got shot unarmed.
Yeah.
And he ain't do nothing wrong. He was like going home, and he was like autistic or something. So they even shot
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, cop was like in like Sam's Club, and a lady was like, "Hey, yo, ain't you
yeah.
that cop that shot that Elijah kid?" He was like, "I don't," and tried to be like, "Nah, you is that," and like blew up his spot.
Oh, shit.
And he ended up like throwing his shit on the conveyor belt and just walked out. Didn't buy anything at Sam's Club. She was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't even be buying anything here. You should be in jail." And like blew up his spot. But I mean, like those are the people who like we need, but then they're not in the they're not in the police force.
The culture.
There's just a lot of I don't know if you guys followed the group Lee County Peaceful Protest.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, they're cool.
so they're
Definitely give 'em
they
a
actually
follow.
posted a interview that they did for somebody who's running to be the next police commissioner in Lee County with another activist. And I can't remember the guy's name, but please do not vote for this guy. He is
It seems sketch.
it's very it's terrible. Like you just see some of their I just feel like the police should be trained for mental. Like they should see
There's a lot
a
of different
psychiatrist all the time.
trainings
They
that the
should
police
be.
should have.
It's 6
It should be
months.
diverse.
They should be
only
trained
like
for
half-
longer
yeah.
than that. They really
have
should.
longer.
Yeah,
more
but the issue
comprehensive
is
In
the
other
issue is they
countries,
can't
like,
though.
In
Like,
other countries, like
training. Yeah, it takes like
it's
2
like
or 3 years.
2 years,
4
a
years.
year,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
like-
a year and a half, and
Right.
But it's us that makes them not do that.
Right,
Like you
because-
get it? It's like we push, they pull. Like you know what I mean? So it's like when they're jumping times. Like they're like moving people who should be still training, going, "Yo, we need more police."
Right.
And
Yeah,
just
just
pushing them
Because
through.
in America,
'cause
we
we're
use
protesting
we use
so
our
much.
police as basically every single failure society. We use our police to patch over it, to cover that up. Homelessness, mentally ill. We don't have places for them to go. So the
Like
cops
I-
handle that.
like if they really want to do a
Right.
whole, reform, they need to have. Then the training needs to be longer. They
Right.
need to have some diversity training.
Yeah.
Some mental health training. They need to have like a psychological test for these cops.
Yes.
I mean,
If
if reality comes to play, I think whoever is in control needs to see the game as chess pieces, right? Because I agree with you, but I don't think we should get cops that haven't we have all our vets that come back from combat military time. We do nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? But they're already trained with thousands of dollars worth of hours and time and money and equipment. We've trained them to be the best. Yet the only thing they suffer from is just mental issues. PTSD,
Oh, but
whatever.
we don't put enough effort or money
Right.
into that.
But I'm saying the amount of money and effort you'd have to put into just only having to fix just mental issues and stuff because they're already trained and they know how to deal with civilization and people and stuff because they have to deal with that when they're in Iraq and stuff, making sure the people are cool, the engineers too who know how to fix shit, and your medics. So you have abundance of vets that are homeless, but you're not going to take care of them and utilize them as a police force who then would be more obligated to help.
I got some reservations about that idea just because I just think the job itself is a problem. So no matter who. They could be Jesus. By next week, he's
but the job.
he's
you're
like-
100% right.
It could be
you need to
training
fit
day
the
next
system
week, bro.
first
He could walk
before
in.
you
He could walk in.
but I
add
mean,
people in. You
yeah.
gotta fit the system
Yeah,
first.
yeah, and the system it attracts a certain type of person, and they use these cops for things other than that are not solving crimes, like collecting revenue for the state, pulling
Right.
over
Yeah.
people, taking people's property through civil asset forfeiture.
Exactly my point.
It's also
doing all
have
to
you
gain- to
noticed
raise
the end
money.
of the month, beginning of the month is always when you see more cops hiding
Ticketing.
because they have a
They have a
quota.
attainment.
And if you take away that quota, I'm sorry, but I get it. Yes, somebody's speeding at 90 miles an hour, down to 45. That's one thing. But you're really going to spend your tax dollars on, just literally hiding to catch these people.
Right.
To just to make money, and then
need-
they're just writing tickets up the ass just to any little thing.
Yeah, and these towns are so desperate for revenue. The whole east coast of Florida. That's why there's no huge. That's why to get from here to Orlando, you got to go through all these side roads and shit. Because all those towns want it. Because we need people to come through here to get pulled over.
Yep.
No, we don't want
Yeah.
no highway. They'll say it's bad for the environment. No, it's
Yeah.
bad for our tax revenue. So
Yeah.
another thing though, so that's why in other countries we would just have common sense. We would be like, okay, let's give all that money to those services. free housing, shelters, mental institution, health insurance, drug rehab programs. We could do all that. Cut the police budget, put that money there, and raise taxes on the rich, and we can fix all that shit. But we in America, so we gotta do some other bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like this
That's
country.
so true, bro.
In some ways, this country is like it's like a third world country with
Yeah.
a Gucci belt. You know,
It's crazy.
that's how it is. Like, we went from Germany like a long ass time ago, but we still get respect from it. You know, like that's how America is. Like we spend our money on like military evading people, but like not like non-school lunches and shit. Like, you know,
I'm kind of not
up.
disappointed about our military as of late. Our military was kind of fire. Only 11 people injured in an explosion on like that boat that happened. So I mean,
I haven't followed it, but
I just want to say I want to give a shout out to when Naples protested and had their protests. I was there and like I met this police officer. He's from the East Coast, and he was amazing. Like a lot of angry, like there were protesters that were just like shelling out their concerns. Nothing. It wasn't violent. They were just shouting out their concerns. And he was there, telling them, "I'm proud of you guys for doing this. I am not against this. We're just here, just to keep the peace. That's it." He's like, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm here speaking for myself. And he would actually sit down and talk to all the protesters. He was happy that everybody. He's like, "This is good. This is what." The United States was supposedly, this is what that's what freedom is supposed to be like,
right.
The right to speak up. And I just want to I can't remember his name, but I do have his number. But he does work for the Collier County Sheriff's Office, and he is, or the police, and he's actually, like, I don't know. His story was really motivating because he came from a life of, like, he did a lot of, he's seen a lot of bad shit. He lived in Fort Lauderdale,
those are
Miami.
good cops.
So yes,
Those are
he's
good
seen a lot of bad
cops.
shit.
All right.
And then he's been through a lot of shit with the cops, and the reason he became a cop was to change that.
Yep.
So I just want to give a shout out to him. I wish I remembered his name, but I do have his number. But he is,
Those are good cops.
This is a good cop, and he stood
That's
there and he talked to everybody. He calmed them down. He's like, "You do what you got to do," and his philosophy for it was that let them scream, let them do what they need to do because you need to let it out because this is what you are feeling, and you got to let out what you are feeling. You even though you disagree with it, everybody has their feelings, and you can't say that their feelings are not real, or you can't, take that away from them. They have to let it all out, and then when they wake up the next morning, they're gonna feel better. And these are like his words, like you need to let that out. You need to protest. It's you're right.
I've noticed that though.
So
Like, those are the cops that seem to be the one that are good, or the ones that had some shit in their past. The ones that have been bullied that become cops. Dicks, bro.
Yeah,
Straight dicks.
Most of them are dicks.
Stand them,
Yeah,
bro.
I've
It's like,
said
bro,
some.
you're on a power trip for no reason, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I just
But yo, going from one issue to another that I really definitely want to touch on, over the weekend we've also heard some wild things too.
Yeah. Oh, I know where this is going.
Like, so apparently from a couple posts on Twitter and everything like that, and like even actual like legit articles too, it's been confirmed. Like, I don't want to say confirmed, but allegedly that the company Wayfair has been linked to child trafficking.
have you seen the memes? Have you seen the memes?
Oh, God.
Boy, the memes
Really?
are fire, son. I'm
it's
sharing every
pretty
meme.
funny.
I wanted to
Oh my
wait,
God.
but like I was like,
It's
And
crazy
appar-
though,
and
because
apparently-
they
I don't
try
know
to
if
say
it's
it's
Epstein's
fake.
wife or something, but
oh yeah,
she's
oh yeah,
snitching.
she.
They're
It's
like,
definitely
oh
her
no,
fault.
it's just
She's
it's
snitching.
industrial, it's industrial type whatever. But you look at the same exact cabinet in different websites, and they're about $300 to $500 max. It is not no $12,000 to $15,000, and they do not have names.
It's a
And now you're
special-
looking
it's a
at
special order.
yes. Then you're looking at special order.
Yo, I know they're wild.
And then you look at the pillows, and they're selling pillows like random items for like 12 grand. Oh, it's a glitch. It's a
That's not glitch.
Nah, they ain't.
U.S.
Yeah.
government's been doing the same
No.
tactic. They be saying, "Oh, a hammer, $8 billion." Don't know what
Right.
the, no one know what the fuck a
Like-
hammer is.
who's
But
really
it's
gonna
on a
pay that
budget.
much for a
Yeah.
hammer?
Right. The U.S.
That's the
government
thing,
does
though.
it.
You're
They
a
do
random
it.
person just looking for throw pillows, and you look at this pillow that costs $12,000. Nobody's gonna buy it. But when
But
you're
someone
somebody who
is.
wants to buy a child, and you
know
already
what
got.
that code is
just
for.
call
Go to
Wayfair. You just go to Wayfair
and
and
get this number. It's
Right.
gonna be 13 grand.
But it's a
Use the
child.
promo
Like,
code
they're
good.
gonna do it.
And if they have a promo code, or if you use
And
Wiki,
then I believe that the CEO that was
WikiBuy?
part of this, right? I can't. Okay, this person, right? The CEO of Wayfair, the one that was like during all this bullshit. She also provided, she made beds and everything for like ICE for the children, and then of course, 1,500 or is it 1,500 children go missing. All of this, and then on top of that, she's also very close to Hillary Clinton. So these are all. It's one of those like, yes, it sounds like a tinfoil hat conspiracy, but when you look at the details, it matches up.
Did you see the picture? Did you see the
sorry.
picture of people who've
I
been
gotta
to
look
this
into this.
Epstein Island who has the
Oh,
connection?
the list.
Will Smith's on it.
the
Unfortunately,
phone- I
Oprah's
mean-
on it.
talking
I mean,
about
Tom
honestly,
Hanks.
the phone
These,
book?
There could be
the flight log.
the
Oh,
flight log.
the
The
flight
flight
log.
log of who's been to the island.
Oprah and
and
Ellen are
Wait,
good
not to
friends
pick-
and everything, and look, they're
I'm
both.
just
not
saying.
to play,
I'm
not
just
to
saying.
play, not to play.
These are my favorite actors and actresses.
To play, devil's advocate on that. Though.
You're on the list. Now I got a question.
Epstein also was a big party guy, all that stuff.
That
And it's like,
doesn't make it right.
Yo, like, I'm not trying to say it's right or nothing, but I'm
it's
just
in
saying,
the same.
like,
It's on the same island. You had to be. Are you okay with just like some kids, and are you just there doing a quick line, trying to party up like
Yo, me-
Johnny Depp and
Like,
Marilyn Manson?
Me as like,
You
me
know what
as a
I'm
mom,
saying?
I have
I'm
a
just
kid,
saying,
bro.
You ain't trying to do
I'm
nothing
gonna
but a
say,
coke
I have
binge
a
and
kid,
liquor.
and this shit scares me.
Kids off
when
on
you
the
have
side
a kid,
getting
it scares
sold.
you.
That's some triad
And it's
shit.
some
It's
crazy
not-
shit. Like how the weirdest shit about everything is how Epstein even got that money. Because dude's a math professor.
Yeah.
How do you end up managing billionaires' money with no track record? How do you keep getting promoted up? And you're like, why does Bill Gates know who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like it's some weird shit.
How the fuck you got Oprah money?
Yeah. How does Oprah know who you are?
Yeah.
and,
What?
and nobody else knows you.
You're right.
And then realizing the list of people the list of stars who are in this, also the same stars that did Scientology. So where's the connection
okay.
to that?
So it could
I just want
it
to
could also just be
point
rich
something
people,
real quick about Scientology. Please do not confuse that with atheism.
It
please.
is definitely not the same thing.
Like
No.
no.
It's not the same thing.
I know you guys get it, but I just want our listeners, because I know some people because I'm an atheist, so when people go up to me and go, "Oh, Scientology," I'm like, no, that's a weird cult. That has
It's
nothing
another
to.
religion.
Not-
It's not.
Hey, hold on. Okay, hold on.
This is a little
Hey,
segue,
bro.
I'm sorry, guys. We went from really serious, but let's lighten up the mood a little bit. We have.
Here's a little segue.
Put it
right
on
now.
camera.
Y'all
What?
gotta-
Put it on the camera. So Jacob, get in the camera. Get in this camera right here. It's that camera. I just want to shout out. You saved my fucking life, bro. You saved my life when guns in my face. They were like, who did the paintings?
Oh my goodness.
These are dope. My boy said Jacob.
Wait, who's that?
Real. Oh, real.
You made that.
Oh, real.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that anime.
That's what's up.
That man right there is Sainka,
I was
like,
dope
they look
artist.
Yo,
familiar.
Saint. That's what. That's the one I saw.
I love it.
I see.
It's so cute.
Yo, it's so dope,
It
bro.
looks like a Pokemon dressed as.
You got
It
you got
is.
Okay,
you got
you
the
gotta
girl
get on
too.
camera.
Are
Come
you gonna do
here.
the girl?
From
Come
Dexter's
here,
Lab.
Victor. Come
From
here.
Dexter's Lab
You gotta get
cartoon.
on
It
camera.
What's the
Oh,
name of
you
that?
got
Gotta
a
see that jacket
menopause
really quick.
coming
I'm
out of
sorry,
a
guys. We
Butterfree?
switched from a very serious topic, but you gotta see this.
This is perfect Nerds TV commentary shit.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is fine. This is yeah. This is totally fine.
That's fine.
Totally
yes.
fine. This is you can
Just
just
to
go.
get
He
back
could drop.
into
Yeah.
the-
he
And
could
now
just
back
drop-
to our regular scheduled program.
Speaking of animes, anyone's caught up on season 2 of Fire Force?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay. Just
Okay.
want to say there's
Okay.
a couple. There's a couple
on my
animes out
list.
there that are fire. There's a couple animes out there that have been Digimon 2020
Heard the new one's
What?
good.
lit.
Heard the new one's good. I haven't seen it.
Digimon 2020. Oh my
Lit.
god. I grew up
OG
watching
lit
it on
too.
fucking like
From
I've heard
every
that.
morning.
Crunchyroll-
Every morning
You
I
see-
watched Digimon right before going to school.
They on episodes.
And it
five,
sucks because I would always
fire.
miss the last like 10, 15 minutes because I had to go to school because my school. I was like, I want to
No,
finish this
same.
episode.
Classics
Same,
too.
same.
Greymon, Agumeri, whatever.
Agumon.
The originals. Choice. Right now they're on track to get to the Holy Digimon. So you know the winged Digimon coming out right now. I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm just saying it is fire. Hey.
Speaking of anime, though, it is rumored, it's unconfirmed, but it's rumored that Toonami is supposed to announce an original anime that's supposed to be coming soon.
I'm ready.
For any details or no? They
Not
just
really
said
much
new-
detail, but it's just the fact that
details that I heard. I did get from that article. if you've seen this anime or manga called Uzumaki. It's kind of like a psychedelic, has a bunch of swirls and it's like trippy. I kind of want to compare it to like
I'm ready.
like a Guillermo del Toro movie type style.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro, I love his movies.
Yeah, like Uzumaki. So the maker of that, like if you like trippy,
Yes.
like engaging plot,
A hidden plot,
that,
it's like plot
Shit's gonna make you
twist.
think.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's gonna be a thinker.
Shout out to
I'm back.
Guillermo del Toro
He's back. Yo,
for
Toonami
his
back too?
badass fucking
Yo.
movies. 'cause
Tsunami been back for like
Did you-
for a good minute, man.
Now, did you hear about the live action Avatar? I just want live action Avatar show.
Speaking, yo,
What?
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? They said
sorry.
that.
Wait, who's
I'm
it from?
sorry.
They said that.
Who's it
I
from? Netflix.
Netflix.
I'm sorry, but
No, hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Though.
Come
have
on
you
now.
seen?
Yo,
Have you seen
Netflix
live
originals.
action
Don't
Death
you
Note?
disrespect Netflix
No.
originals.
Netflix
Live
is
action.
good.
Netflix is not
But
bad.
no.
Live action. They have
Well,
not
yo.
fucked up. Their cartoons are trash.
It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell.
Their anime isn't bad.
Their-
Because I'm saying-
anime isn't bad.
Their anime is
No,
Their anime
underrated.
is not bad. Their
Underrated,
anime is not
underrated.
bad.
Their anime is underrated.
I'm
Yeah,
just
their
saying,
anime's
when it
actually
comes
pretty
to live
cool.
action
Yeah.
anime stuff,
Yeah.
It's not live. The saying
too
live
early to
action.
tell.
and plus with that
Bleach.
one, with that one,
Bleach hard.
I haven't seen it.
Bleach
All
was
I've seen is
hard.
Death Note, that
Bleach
was trash.
hard.
Oh, you mean the
Death Note was
live
The
action?
live action Bleach was hard.
But
And
the new Cowboy Bebop that looks like it might be decent.
The,
might
see what I'm
be
saying? They
Okay.
coming
nah,
with.
I'm
Wait a
being,
minute,
I'm being
it's been-
skeptical with this one because when you
Skeptical.
after that last
The voice actor. Wait.
No,
Before
but-
I finish, the
no.
voice actor for Zuko is gonna be in it. Now, I'm just saying. It might be some gas, bro. It might be
Wait,
some
okay,
gas.
wait, wait.
I gotta get this
speaking
point
of
out
live
first.
action, okay, go on,
I
go
gotta
on.
get this point
and
out
then I'll say
first.
it.
You know, after that whitewashed live action Avatar, I don't know if I can trust another one.
It wasn't done by Netflix. It wasn't done by Netflix.
That's
I
true.
know.
That's true.
Nickelodeon.
That's
But I'm
true.
still saying.
Nickelodeon
That's
did
true.
that.
HBO would kill it.
Yeah.
Can I
HBO,
just
they would
okay?
kill it.
So speaking of live action anime, whatever happened to supposedly them doing a live action Dragon Ball Z? Remember, it was like a big thing. They
Nah,
were trying to do it.
That
and they
Revolution
just-
X, that Dragon Ball Revolution, that was trash.
That-
No,
that
no, no,
was
no,
trash.
no.
That was
They were
trash.
trying to make a new one.
Oh, a
It
new
has
one?
not been done yet.
Oh,
They were
okay.
trying to get the. Disney was trying to do it, right? Disney was trying to do it.
Yeah, Disney
Disney was trying to do it.
Whoa,
Disney.
whoa,
Wait, I wasn't
whoa.
gonna get into this now.
No,
Disney
no.
doing a lot.
Disney is
They-
doing it.
a lot.
Disney is doing
Disney
it.
doing a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
boy.
They're
heard
taking
that.
that big boy plate.
Cause like they opening parks, but not opening corporate offices. They still running shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. As a Disney stockholder, I ain't mad, but they wild right now, dog.
look.
They
No,
on-
speaking of
Disney World is open.
fam.
yeah, it's open.
And I'm just like,
they're sold out for their
people, and
first.
people still ain't got no masks.
Listen,
Like, come on now.
Disney is sold out. They're first because they're doing it limited and they're doing tickets for certain days, and they are already sold out.
It's disgusting.
The
And
ass.
I'm like, I'm not mad.
Sold
that just made
out.
me money.
It's like, okay,
But I'm
That
just
first
like-
day
y'all
of
about to turn
opening,
the
they're
happiest
sold
place
out.
on earth into the
Y'all
deadest place on
niggas
earth. Like,
wild.
come on now.
Look,
Y'all niggas wild up in here.
here's what I'll
Like-
say. Here's what I'll say. Like I hate capitalism in general and corporations, but,
Right,
but
yeah.
I don't mind Disney owning multiple like
Mm-hmm.
comic books and stuff, so I can see Daredevil and Punisher,
Yeah.
and in the same
Done
TV
right.
show, you know, done right. That was done
Yeah.
right during
That was-
season 2.
Speaking of Disney and Marvel, so Marvel has been kind of dead lately, if you guys have noticed.
Yeah.
So they're working on their, next phase. So they're taking their time on writing that. That's why they're,
gotta
you
take your
haven't
time
seen
on
anything.
that. You just came
But-
back from, the whole like Infinity Saga.
Yeah,
And-
after
yeah.
after
You
the
can't just
first
jump into
phase, yeah, they're
can't jump
taking their
into it.
time. That's why. But Warner Brothers is taking advantage of this time, like I said, because
They
they're about
better.
over, and they're
better.
doing such amazing ideas
But
right
they
now.
gave
You
up.
have no
They
idea.
gave up Alien and Predator.
Here's what I'll say real quick about
Yeah.
DC, Warner Brothers, DC animated films, and that whole like all the DVDs, movies they put out. Y'all need to check out that shit. Like 90% of those movies are all heat. The
Facts.
The DC animated movies.
Facts.
Oh
Under the
yeah,
Red Hood.
yeah. I've said that.
Dark Knight
We
Returns,
talked about this where
Flashpoint.
their animated series, their
Yeah.
animated movies
Of
and
course.
series
Yeah.
Of
are.
course.
Do
Top of
not
the line.
judge if you're a person that just watches the movies in
Oh,
the cinemas,
you're
live
missing out.
action.
You're
Yeah.
You're missing out. You have to go and watch the fucking animated
Yeah.
movie, and you have to see, especially from the beginning. Look at it from the order all the way down to
Right.
Apocalypse
Start-
War,
start-
all the way
keep it
down to the
100.
last one.
Yeah.
I'll keep it
Apocalypse
100.
War-
You don't really have to. The movies be heat.
You can- you
The
can just
movies
watch
you can
them
just
all
watch
in
them.
one.
Individually,
Yeah,
it'd
you
be
can just
fire.
Yes.
You Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Start
Oh,
with
that's
Planet
true.
Hulk the other day. gas.
But it's nice
But
to
then
see
it wasn't
That's
really,
Marvel. That's
but it
Marvel.
wasn't really
Marvel,
Marvel,
but
right?
okay.
That's Marvel's
So then
best
I was
Red
gonna
Hood,
say.
so
animated
then
movie.
Red Hood
And
was
it-
next.
That's
And
barely,
I was just
Red Hood
like,
barely good.
Which
No,
it's
Red Hood-
crazy.
Red
I'm
Hood-
saying.
Red
They
Hood
were
was
supposed-
tearjerker.
they're
That
supposed
one
to
with
do a
Red
Planet
Hood and-
Hulk.
Dog,
It was
that was
played next.
tearjerker.
And I was just
Tearjerker.
like,
Shows Flashpoint.
I was
I'm
hyped.
not gonna say
They're-
when. You know
yeah.
when. You know
Yeah.
when.
They were
Yeah.
supposed to do
You know
a Planet Hulk,
And then
which
it's
I'm
sub-
still waiting on. I don't know
Yeah,
if they're. I think they're gonna do in phase 2. That's what
Yeah,
they
they
announced.
kinda-
So
they
yeah,
kind of almost did
Planet Hulk.
with Thor Ragnarok a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they tried to,
Low-key.
but then they
They
didn't
They
get too much
tried. Well, they
information.
tried to like introduce it in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
But
They
I,
introduced
but it's
that.
like, isn't it like the Green Hulk and then it's like a
Red Hulk.
A Red Hulk.
but
There
I,
it is.
but I heard they can't do a solo Hulk movie.
They
I
can't?
heard, yeah, that's what I heard a long time ago. He can
I
only be
think
featured.
it's because the actor who's like playing Hulk, he doesn't want to do a solo Hulk.
Ruffalo?
It's not because of that.
No,
not
it's
that, but it's like
licensing.
the
What
way-
I keep
Yeah.
mentioning in every
Yeah,
episode, licensing.
Yeah. Like whoever made the
License.
first Hulk movie that came out way back when, they ain't giving that up yet. I wouldn't either. Like fucking mail me that check. I want my Hulk checks. Like,
But
you
yo,
better buy me out.
About like other shows, I'm hoping this is real
Okay,
because
tell
what
me.
I've heard is, and this came from Baller Alert,
Ooh,
but apparently in the fall of
okay.
this year, Teen Titans is supposed to come back for a 6th season.
I could see that.
Yeah, but
For the sixth and
okay,
final
okay.
season,
Which
Teen
Teen
Titans
Titans?
come-
The original
The original
Teen
Teen
Titans. The
Titans.
original.
Okay.
Hello.
The original.
6th season, the original.
Come on now.
Don't hello
For a
me.
six- for a-
Don't hello me on that. I've
For a
been,
sixth
The sixth
season.
season
I've
is
been
the is
lied to. Some
I know.
bullshit
We have been lied
over
to.
The
and
question
over
is,
again.
are they
People are
going to come back
mixed.
and a win?
Over and over again.
People are
I've been lied
mixed,
to.
Come back
and
and a win with this?
there's actually a lot of mixed opinions about
Yeah.
that one. Half the people are like, "Look, you already ruined it with Teen Titans Go, whatever,"
They did.
and then you have the others
And they
that are
try, they
like,
try to make it good with Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, but
said
come
it
on.
was like the multiverse. That's how
Yeah.
they really
"Speak in the mic, Christina. Speak in the mic."
I thought I was. But
You have to
anyways,
literally, like I'm doing
Literally
right now.
speaking the
You have to
mic.
I
literally
don't want to touch
Amateur.
it.
Do
I don't
it.
want Corona.
Corona?
Fuck off.
You're good. Nobody's got
I'm good.
There's no
fine.
Corona here, by the way.
But anyways, but yeah, that's how they like saying they're doing the multi-universe and
Yeah.
how Teen Titans Go plays in with Teen Titans and shit like that. I feel like that's just dumb. In
Yes.
general. It's
It was
so
I agree.
dumb.
Just
I
give us a
agree.
6th season Teen Titans. and we'll
Although
be good.
you still gotta watch the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. You
It's-
still gotta watch
it's
that
funny.
movie. It's actually
I
funny.
watched it. It's funny.
I don't have to watch
but it's
it.
just
I
like
don't have to.
I don't
watch
have
You
to.
have to.
I
You
don't.
have to, because they
the
make
way-
fun
yeah,
of Teen
the way they
Titans
tra-
Go.
The way they trash talk
you-
each other was great.
Yes.
It was
And the
actually
way
really
they
good.
actually introduced a whole lot of different universes. So
Couldn't I
it's
just
like,
watch the Harley Quinn show and be just as happy?
You can.
Thank you.
Can
She
I
said
just say-
it before I finished the sentence.
The Harley Quinn show
We're
is so
done.
good. The Harley Quinn
More
show is
people
really
need
good,
to
by
watch
the way.
Show. It's like Batman animated series mixed with Deadpool. Like,
It's
you need-
fire.
It's hard to fuck that up.
It
you know
is.
what I'm saying?
Thank
Like,
you.
need to-
Thank you
It
for,
really
the,
is.
for the
That-
access.
No,
'Cause I've
seriously.
been watching
It's
it
over the
low-key.
top
Right?
violence
Yeah.
So
everywhere.
the Harley
For
Quinn
sure.
show is amazing. I love the lesbians. I was waiting for this because in the comics, Poison Ivy, who's my favorite anti-villain, my favorite villain of all time, and
I'll get an entanglement
and
with
Harley
her.
Quinn. Yeah, that's that entanglement
Yeah.
with the cat with Kite Man. Kite Man. I
Who?
can't do Kite Man. I
just want
cannot
Poison
with that
Ivy
dude.
entanglement.
Yo, the funniest part about that show is Jim
Kite
Gordon.
Man.
Like
Yes.
that shit.
Yes, Jim
kills
Gordon,
me.
he's a drunk
'Cause if you
motherfucker.
no, not even just that. How he loves Batman. How he
Yes,
gets, like, he gets,
best
like,
friend.
He gets like he simps him like for real. He's like so thirsty for this man.
Yes.
And like and you think about it, that makes perfect sense. Like the comic books, he's always calling for his help. He needs him. He's there to save him. He probably is his biggest fan.
He's like, so can we do anything? There was an episode where he's like, so Batman, you wanna go get some ice cream?
Yeah.
He's like, what? Jim Gordon, calm down. Gordon, we're here for the mission.
my God.
I'm just.
Yeah, Gordon
I
being
love,
thirsty
and
is
it's funny they
hilarious.
make fun of Batman in that show, like with him and Alfred, Batman, like Bruce Wayne and Alfred. It's so hilarious, because then he's like, I need a like I can't remember a scene, but basically like he depends on Alfred for everything. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred is like the nanny. That's basically in the
wide.
show.
But like, yo, another show that I definitely want to talk about, like, because I think you probably, I don't know if you watch it or not, but you'll definitely be into this one because it's like The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh, I love
It's
that
suppo-
show. I love that
It's
show.
supposed to be canceled. It's going to
I
be
love that
canceled
show.
after this next season that's coming out later this year. They're supposed to have
Yeah.
their final season, their final couple episodes. Huh?
I love it because if you watch
No, the Netflix one.
The Adventures of the
Yeah,
the
I've never
original
watched it.
Sabrina.
I've
I don't
never.
know. I feel
It
like
it comes from a
live, and then
comic.
you have the animated one.
Yeah, so you have like Sabrina, the Adventures of Sabrina come from a comic, right?
Yeah.
So she started off as a comic. Then you have like the more teenage version, like like really funny, whatever. You have Salem the cat and everything, and then you have this one, which is very dark.
Okay.
And I love it.
Yeah,
Extremely
that one.
dark.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
only-
the
I've seen
Chilling
first
Adventures is
episode.
very dark. You actually
Yeah,
see
super
like
dark.
the devil as like this, like
I'm
this-
looking forward to Lucifer.
It's really good.
season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
so
the
season
twist.
5. Season 5 of Lucifer. You have to watch it. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but you have to watch it. It is a plot twist. It is crazy.
So ready for that season.
It is crazy. Yes.
Are we
And it's only part 1, by the way, of Lucifer. So they're coming out with 16 episodes for season 5. So part 1, which is 8 episodes, is coming out August 21st. And they already have season 5 trailer. I can't wait. Look at, we gotta go with the game with the dance. Go.
I can't wait.
Hey.
There's also music playing in the background.
Yeah, true.
So, but it goes with the song.
Don't have copyrights too.
Copyrights.
YOLO, I don't give a fuck.
You can't
But
hear
yo,
it.
something else I want your opinion on before we, before we get off. So apparently, from what I've heard, this all concerning coronavirus and everything. Since you also mentioned coronavirus as well. But
Coronavirus.
apparently, the vaccine for it is supposed to be ready by January.
Next year, right?
They're doing trials, by the way. So
Y'all gonna trust that shit?
They said
Which
it takes
which
2
company?
years
Which company?
before.
I have no
Yeah,
clue what
it
company
depends
it
on the
is, but
company.
shit.
I don't believe it.
They
Until
were
you
like,
give me
it
name of the
takes a year
company.
for them to
I
make
don't
it
trust
cured.
I don't
no
trust
release
it.
date. Period.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Throw a year on top of that.
Because they've been said we're supposed to be back to normal by like
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah.
So ain't no way.
They said it'll go away. So like, but as far as the vaccine, I'm gonna be straight front. I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. I'm taking that shit. Just say I did. Like just how motherfuckers ask you, did you vote or did you?
I mean,
But I'm
do
gonna just
it
tell you
so
straight
loud.
up,
You
with
gotta play.
especially
I
with the way
bought
the
s-
U.S. has,
Yeah.
been with us, black people with medically.
Right.
I ain't trusting that shit.
bro, I didn't,
As a black person,
I
you have every reason to distrust the government testing vaccines on you, just based off the Tuskegee experiments when they tested syphilis. on
I
black
feel
people.
like they take it
Yeah.
Let me add to that. I feel like they take advantage of anybody in the who doesn't have enough income. So basically, like the lower class, they take
Right.
advantage because they do pay you a certain amount. So everybody's
That's
like,
what they
yeah,
did with the
I'm gonna get
Tuskegee,
paid and I'm gonna get the
syphilis.
So you never know. So I'm just saying, be careful with vaccines.
But
I'm saying, get the vaccine, but be careful out there.
Yes.
very
That's all I'm
careful.
saying.
Be very careful. Make
I-
sure you
I'ma
research
just wait
it.
it
Do
out.
your own research. Is all
Right.
I'm saying.
I'ma just
Don't
wait
let
this shit out.
motherfuckers in alleys offer you syringes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's
That's
common
just
sense.
that's a common
shit.
Everything
sense
that's
one, too.
free isn't good.
That's common sense, sir.
But that's gonna be our episode. Follow the team at TV Nerds
I'm about to
on
do
Instagram.
like a little like boomerang
don't
of
we
me
have the
dancing.
giveaway going on? I saw some shit
Yes,
about
we
it.
do
Yeah,
have the
we do.
giveaway. We
on our
are-
Instagram. So if you go on our Instagram at TV Nerds, we got a giveaway.
Yes, we got the giveaway. Just all you have to do is basically follow us, tag 3 friends on the post. You will see it, and then you'll be entered in to get a merch giveaway. That's all.
I'm still mad y'all won't let me in that.
You work. You here.
You work with us.
What
part of the
are
show.
you doing? Yeah. Anyway,
And plus, you tagged the same
Hey,
people who
get outta
already
here.
follow
I gotta
us.
show that support still.
anyway, shout out to Split Image,
Mm-hmm.
New Plague Tattoos with the fresh ink. You know what I'm saying?
For
Catch
sure.
your boy Murder Dan.
So,
We also got Cool Games and
Comics.
So
Comics.
those cool comics.
And
It's
who
cool
the new
comics
who the
and
new
games,
one?
sir.
Who the new one?
Cool game and comics.
Who the
whatever.
new one now?
They got comics and games.
Who the hold on now. From the director.
Kanamasua.
Cannabis
Oh, masseuse.
Kamasua.
Kamasua.
I
So
fucks
it's a
with that.
cannabis connoisseur.
Kamasua.
Cannabis connoisseur.
Shout out to
A
them.
con-
They, that is
connoisseur.
fancy. I'm with that.
I like
stand
it.
by that.
Connoisseur.
I'm about
And
to
then
go in there with my little fancy
Let's
hat.
give you let's give you a shout out. Anything you got going on though?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I'll plug some stuff. Yeah. First off, check out my Instagram, Von Noir. That's VONNOIR.
VON.NOIR.
Yes. Please remember the dot. And Von Noir at Instagram.com. The name. That's just French for black. Coming up. My fans from Haiti, but I didn't speak Creole and whatnot, so like, get on my back. Like, other Haitians be talking shit.
Von Noir.
They call it it's noir,
Von
you know,
Noir.
like it's black basically the N word.
Yeah.
We can't do it because we black and shit.
No,
so,
it's black.
So like, at first I was thinking about, hey man, that's pretty cool shit. Like there's like people out here paying millions of dollars to get called that, you know, be called black, and like I got motherfuckers already, so I embrace this shit and I love it. So like that. So yeah, Von Noir at Instagram.com or
Daquam.
Yeah. No,
Daquam.
I don't even put French accent on everything.
I know. I see that.
Yeah, .co, but anyway, or the Swamp Syndicate page on Instagram. Also, be sure to let people know about that the rent and utility bill relief that we have on the website, swampsyndicate.com, or the Instagram post. If you need help paying your rent or paying utility bills, there's like tons of places that you can go, no matter where you live in the South Florida, and just check that out. And thank y'all for having me on. Shit, this was dope as fuck.
No problem.
No problem. Thank
Chocolate
you.
and Brown, speak
We're
up.
glad to have you.
Everybody.
All right,
Gay
guys.
Stomach?
Yeah, catch me at Gabe Stomach, all social media platforms. I'm not giving out Snapchat. That's my private thing.
Right.
So,
He's also got
Lisania
a
de la
fans
Caridad
only?
Martinez. Hey,
Hey,
Sorry.
you
No,
interrupted
you're
him.
no, hey.
Just
it's,
kidding.
We will jump
It's not.
you for
It's
her.
not.
Come
It's
on.
not. It's only. It's not nothing.
I'm
Nothing.
kidding,
Don't worry
I'm
about
kidding.
it.
We love
Don't worry
Damn
about it.
Daniel.
You get the OnlyFans through
I like
Snapchat.
cake.
Damn. All right, feet pics
Cut
or
and paste.
OnlyFans.
Cut and
That
paste.
sounds like
Yeah.
an entanglement.
That's what I'm about to do is a feet pic
like a
website.
Done.
No, but Lisania de la Caridad Martinez Gonzalez at underscore Lisania. There you go. Or Lisania underscore. I can't remember. Anyways, yes, that's me on Instagram.
You can
Remember to follow us at TV
Nerds.
Nerds.
TV Nerds.
Yes. And remember about that giveaway, all right?
Mhm.
Pretty badass giveaway. That is all. Go on.
Oh yeah, you can follow me. I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all, you can follow me. Follow me at Esoteric Child on Instagram. Follow me at Esoteric Child on Snapchat, on Twitter. Also follow the team as well. Follow us on our Twitter at TV Nerds Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at TV Nerds. Follow us on Facebook. And
And then www.ex3network.com.
Damn, Skippy.
yeah,
Y'all don't forget me up in
Yeah.
this bitch.
we won't. But yo, that's our
Shout
show.
out to
We'll see y'all. Peace.
Bye.
Like that button.
Yeah. Subscribe.